Welcome, anime fans. How you are doing? SamtheMangaMan here, and I'm with James Barnes over here. And we are finally getting into our first ever Shingeki no Kyojin, aka Attack on Titan manga review. So me and James, we love Attack on Titan, and we especially love the manga for this series. Isn't that right, James?
Yeah, I absolutely love Attack on Titan. As you can see, I have the shirt, got all the manga behind of me. I actually have a huge Attack on Titan poster on my wall.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since I saw it the first time, I've been absolutely obsessed, and it only gets better chapter by chapter, arc by arc.
Oh yeah,
And
definitely.
chapter 123 is insane.
Oh, for sure, for sure. So, guys, this video is going to cover the current chapter, which is chapter 123, Devils on the Island. So, comment down below. Tell us what your thoughts about this chapter. Tell us what your review. If you love this chapters as well, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and for more anime-related content, let's start right now for Shingeki no Kyojin chapter 123. So, when we started off this chapter, we had the flashback during the time the Survey Corps were infiltrated into Marley with the help of the anti-Marley faction. And Mikasa, the narrator of the story, starts explaining from her point of view of how much Eren has changed, or really, not really changed, but more like how much more darker he's become.
Yeah.
And that was the crazy shit. So the Survey Corp explained of what Marley has to offer, and they had a great experience when it comes to technology experience and like ice cream, cars, food. They literally were so far behind advance. The only thing they couldn't get on board of was the harsh punishment that these people that are not Marlians have to go through. Like literally the whole Saudi Arabia kind of criminal. If they catch you stealing, they would cut off your hand or put you
Yeah.
in a symbol or kill you, or whatever thing. They'll automatically think that you're a subject of Ymir. Like maybe he is a subject of Ymir. We have to give him an example. We have to kill him, have a stake over them, literally make a set an example, which was like far extreme than really necessary.
Yeah,
Like
that shit is crazy, dude. Like you mentioned previously, that was the first time they had ice cream. It was so cool to see, a little bit more footage from Sasha again, because we know that that she passed. It was
before
great
she
to see
died,
her
yeah.
again. Yeah. It was great to see that they got to see a car for the first time. I
Hmm.
thought all of that stuff was really cool. But like you said, the treatment of the kid, like you don't even know what he did. You don't know if he actually stole it or not. You don't know
Hmm.
where he got it from. And instantly it's like, oh, he's different from us. He's not a Marleyan. He has to be a devil. He has to be a demon, and we have to kill him. Like, it just shows you how these people view Eldians, and it was a harsh lesson for the scouts to learn, for sure.
Exactly. And with Mikasa still keeping her eyes on Eren, and like through this whole time, Eren is literally processing the entire memories that he's got from his predecessor, Attack Titan people, his father, and also what we learned from chapter 1 and 22, his future self,
Yep.
which was the insane shit. Like we had no idea how much power the Attack Titan had, and literally to be able to he himself manipulate fate and time so that he could come to this point in time where he got control of the founding Titan. And
Yeah, it's crazy.
wow, still Eren was like expressionless the whole time. He was like he's just literally just waiting to kill time just so he can separate from them and just to meet Zeke one on one and literally follow through on his own plan.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to figure it out. He was trying to figure out what the best course of action was. Like, I think that's why he seems so distracted the whole time. And then there's this whole scene where we have this like courtroom scene where
Mhm.
they're trying to decide what to do with the Eldians and who should we really hate. Should it be all Eldians or just the people on Paradise Island? And that was the moment where Eren realized that these people are never going to change. They're
Mhm.
always going to hate Eldians no matter what. They're going to keep making excuses. And he had to do something, and going with in Zeke's direction was the only way through.
Exactly. And especially with the whole anti-Marleyan resistance, technically they weren't really Marleyans anyway. They were literally the people outside of their country that they've invaded and forced them to literally destroy their homes, force their own men to join their army and leaving out all the like the residents, the people out in the streets, outside of their town, living in tents. And you literally see a bond between the Survey Corps and them because they're just like them. They lost their freedom too because of the Marleyans,
Yeah.
and it was just so messed up. And they still believe that they are the subjects of Ymir, in the whole courtroom, like you said, saying like we shouldn't blame the subjects of Ymir in the courtroom, the immigrants and stuff like that. They were just the victims. They're just the
Yeah,
byproduct of these subjects of Ymir, experiments of offsprings and stuff. We don't need to punish them. The real people we need to punish is the devils on the island. And
yeah,
like it didn't make no sense. It just
yeah.
like
What's the difference?
exactly. Basically, like you just wanted them to be on your side just so you get rid of the people from Paradise Island. And once they're gone, they're next. They're gonna just get rid of you just because like after they finish helping you annihilate the Paradise Island people, they're just gonna get rid of you and no more subjects of Ymir in general. And that
Yeah,
was the most messed up shit that Eren couldn't handle anymore. And in that last panel on the page, he's like, since everybody outside of the world wants us extinct, not just the subjects of the year, not just us from Paradise Islands, but also every subject of the year needs to be exterminated from them. So you know what? We're gonna turn it back at them. We're gonna exterminate everybody else. And that
yeah,
was the most badass moment we've seen in Eren. And
yeah.
that last panel of his face, literally Titan face, and looks more evolved in the most scariest way ever, and it was
Yeah,
really
he
cool.
looks like a demon.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot who I was talking to at the moment, but I'm like, sometimes you have to become the devil that destroys everything to become the god, the savior that raises everyone up from the ashes and carries everyone forward. Because I mean, with the power of the Titans, Eren has the ability to rebuild the world. Whatever he destroys, he can help rebuild. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? And do you actually think that he'll actually kill everyone, or do you think he'll use it as a threat? Like he'll kill the Marleyan armies, and once he does that, everyone else will see what he's capable of and what he can do with the Titans, and he can form peace that way. Like, what do you think?
I think like that was actually one of the questions I was gonna ask you too. Like with Eren, I feel like get rid of all the Marlians because they are the enemies that's really just taking over everybody. They're after world conquest. That's not a question.
Oh yeah,
Their plan of what they really wanted the founding Titan for was literally to control it and then lead armies, lead attack. They're no difference from King Fritz. And King
yeah.
Fritz was a fucking dick. And last chapter of what he did, the cruelest man I've kingdom, the tyrant you've ever known, and in the end ran away, literally in a safe island, just expecting to die. Like that was the most twisted. That's the most stupid shit that I've ever heard. You could have ruled the entire world with an iron fist, and then instead you just decide to quit everything, hide in Paradise Island, and expect to die, and having your entire people, technically that you never wanted, you forced your own children of Ymir to eat her entire body, and then you have their own grandkids to eat their body, their backs, their spines, and that was the most sickest shit that I've ever seen in my life. That's how the existence of separate, how there were like 13 Titans or like 8 Titans or something like that.
There's 9.
There's 9 Titans. That's how the 9 Titans came to be, was because each offsprings were forced to eat their predecessors' bodies. That was the most disgusting shit I've ever seen. I was like,
Yeah, dude,
what
let's
the
talk about
hell?
that for a second. So, when we first started AOT, we were meant to believe that Ymir somehow made a deal with some devil,
Nope.
and she used that power to subjugate the lands and to segregate people and to build her own world. That's not the case at all. Like, we
No,
found out
it
in
wasn't.
chapter 122 that she was just a slave. She stumbled upon this power, and a king that was willing to have her mauled to death by dogs and arrowed to death by his own soldiers. Like, he used her, and like you said, like making her own children eat her to pass on this power, because that was the only thing that he cared about. Like, Attack on Titan has gone in some really fucked up directions that I did not expect.
Yeah, not moment. We're never gonna see that in anime because that is gonna be the most. That is way too much visual to actually have it see for the anime watchers to watch for sure. And it was just cruel and like he's like, all right, Ymir, you've been serving me, you're making bridges. I'm gonna give you a reward. You're gonna have my children. And it's
Yeah, like how
like
fucked
what
up is
the
that?
fuck? Like what kind of sick shit is this guy? And then literally having over hundreds of generations of Titans and subjects of Ymir, you end up in the end just following the no more attacking, no more violence, right? And then just hide away in Paradise Island, which is the most stupidest shit ever. And I feel so bad for Ymir. And it took Eren. After to me 3,000 years ago, it was to
Yeah,
her.
2000. Yeah.
And like she said, like, you stop, enough, fuck this. You no more control of you. You never had you never had a choice since the beginning, and you send a message to me personally, helping you to be free. This is where you need to be free. Make your own decision. Do not let anybody control you, which literally stopped Zeke's control of, even with the royal blood. No more control.
Yeah, because that
And
was all in her head. We find out in chapter 122 that the power is hers. She doesn't have to listen to them. But because she's always been a quote unquote loyal slave to King Fritz, like that's how it happens, where she's just become loyal to anyone with royal blood. But
mhm.
she can make that decision. And when Eren makes her believe in herself again, she knew that she chose the right person to send those memories to give the control of the founding Titan to, in Eren, the savior of us all. Like,
Oh yeah,
it's
definitely.
so good.
Yeah, it was so incredible badass. Man. Anyway, we know for sure that the giant spine is Eren, and literally from what we learned from last chapter, it was like the genetics, that the spine alien thing that somehow inserted itself into Ymir, the same
Yeah.
kind of spine, and that was a transmitter to transmit every subject of Ymir, of Eren's plan. And how he did it was so badass. He gets rid of the entire wall of Shinkanasha, literally like hundreds of
And
titans that was
Walmaria.
yeah, hundreds of titans that was protecting the wall, no more needing protection. You went from defense to offense, and now he sends them out to walk around the entire world and just stomp everything, crush everything.
Yeah.
And wow, like they wanted a devil, like they always treat them as a devil. You expect a real devil to come after you.
Yeah,
So
so I want to talk about Armin and Mikasa real quick. So
mm,
there's this scene where Mikasa and Armin realize that they could hear Eren in their heads,
mhm,
and Mikasa finally realizes that Eren didn't turn his back on her, that he was actually just doing this and kept her in the dark to keep them protected
mhm.
and to do everything it takes. Like the look on her face when she realizes that Eren is still fighting for her, like that was awesome. What did you think of that?
At first, like when Mikasa like maybe things could have been different, like they could have chose something else. Honestly, there was no other way you could have changed Eren's mind. Even if she was to confess her love for him, nothing would have changed. She needed to do this in order to protect her and Armin and everybody else.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
but when it came to Mikasa, even she knows that she can be a cold-hearted killer, but she doesn't want genocide in a way. She wouldn't want genocide, but she mainly cares about Eren and Armin together. So I think this is a point where Eren needs to do this because everybody else seems to hate them and they're always going to keep attacking them. And if they just leave there and do nothing, let themselves get killed, it'll be like the worst thing that ever happened. Because it's not, they're just going to end up becoming more, they'll just end up becoming slaves for them as well, just because subject of Ymir, you have even more Ymirs working under the Marleyan side, and you really have the world conquest that you always wanted because they discovered their power, they know how to use it. The only thing you can do is take it away from them, use it against them. And what if there's gonna be peace in the end? Fine, there's peace in the end. But as long as like nobody is able to stand against them, it's the only way you can truly say no. I hate to have it where not everybody is equal into this anymore, but it comes to the point where nobody's equal anymore. People who are subjects of Ymir has to be over dominant for you because they've been restrained for so long, over 3,000 years. They can't be slaves anymore.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I want Eren to just kill everyone, I think one of the best ways this could end is showing the rest of the world that they're not devils,
Mm-hmm.
and someone that holds this ultimate power can use it for good and not just to destroy. I
Mm-hmm.
think that would be a really cool lesson to show everyone. It's like, hey, look, I have the power of the founding Titan, and I'm not going to use it to kill everyone. I'm going to use it to help everyone. I'm going to use it to help build bridges and trainways and all of these different things to help humanity. Like, I feel like that would be a great way to end the story, to prove that they're not devils. But
Of course.
the person in me that loves AOT and I love Eren, I want to see him get his revenge, and I want to see him kill everyone. The only one left are the Eldians, but that wouldn't be the point. That's not what Ymir would want, I think.
Mhm. Well, technically, the people inside the Paradise wish for peace. Technically, that was the whole point of the court system and treaty. But no, they don't want. Marley didn't want peace. They just literally want conquests, and they don't care at all. They just need somebody to blame, and
Yeah.
that's the most like stupidest shit I've ever heard. They have a responsibility that they don't take themselves. They just blame it on the devils of Ymir. No different from what the government within Paradise Island was going through, literally hiding the fact that there are no outside people on the outside. Everything needed to be hidden. The king is not literally the real king. He's just like the head face, and real king is just literally in hiding, protecting the secrets and all that stuff. And literally, Eren just couldn't handle it anymore. Literally forcing his own father to like literally take the founding time for himself, manipulated him to kill their kids, leaving
Yep.
the father alive. Literally let him see Zeke grown up and alive. It's like, you gotta stop Eren. You can't let more carnage. It's like,
That blew my mind, bro. When I saw that memory and Grisha is telling Zeke you have to stop Eren, I was like, dude, what? Like everything that we've learned so far is just completely different to how it actually is.
yeah. And we were seeing Eren in the outside of how he was playing all these cards and how he was acting, how every moment in that moment of time, the moment he touched Historia's hand and he got all that surge of memory, it was all playing inside his hand, and now he's got it. The power of the founding titan is his, and
Yeah,
now he controls everything.
yeah.
I'm going to ask you, is Eren a hero or the world's number one worst enemy right now?
I feel like Eren is Batman.
Okay.
Eren is whatever the world needs him to be because Batman is not a good guy. He
Mhm.
walks around in a bat costume. He's a psychopath. He
Yeah,
goes around, he breaks bones, he
that's
puts
true.
people in the hospital. He is not a good guy. Superman's a good guy. But I feel Eren is just doing whatever is needed, and he has the will and the drive to do whatever it takes to save humanity. If that
Mhm.
means killing a few million people, then it is what it is because the future will be secure. He is a savior. That's what a savior is. Someone or a being that's willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done.
I can't agree with you more because he is kind of more of a savior for to me than more of an enemy. But if he's still a human or still have a heart, he still let for sure the subjects of Ymir are living. Have nothing to do with this cause, this mistreatment and everything like that. It's really just the Marlians, but at least like let the immigrants outside of Marlians live because they had nothing to do with it either. They're just another of their own country. Like
Yeah,
some of them were some of them were real victims of Marlene's takeover and of war. And some of them, one of them was Mikasa's technically her aunt, great aunt, and her
is
side of the
she?
family, because Mikasa had the same symbol from her arm, and technically Mikasa was part of the family where her family comes from have Titan blood in them, but they won't turn into Titans, but they have the
Right.
Titan strength with them, just like with Levi and stuff. But
Yeah.
for her sake, her mom was part of that ancestor family, so even they push for peace. They're trying to have peace for the paradise, and so there are some exception of who can still live. I know there's so many people who are really heavily brainwashed, but if they can at least bring the people over to Paradise Island and see that they're not much different from them, they're just same people as they are, but they're more older style where they don't even have these far advanced technology and stuff like that, which you might feel sorry for them, but they're not devils, they're not evil, they're just people like you and me.
Yeah, just trying to survive.
So I say he's more hero, and if he has to do what he has to do, stomp everybody, kill everybody, do what you have to do. Anything else you have to say, James?
No, I'm good there, dude. This chapter was amazing. Chapter 122 and 123 are two of the greatest chapters in all of Attack on Titan. It really explains everything that we've come to learn from the beginning. It answers questions that we've had from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
It takes things that we thought we knew and completely changed it up. Like these two chapters, especially this one, really brings everything full circle, and 124 is going to be amazing. I can't wait to see what happens.
Same here. Same here. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy our AOT video content, tell us down below in the comments. And if you like it, like the video, comment down below and subscribe to the channels. And also, guys, follow our social media handles and IG, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. All description down below. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day. Peace.